G'day everyone, welcome back, it's Jenguin. Now sorry for not uploading, I've been very busy with my school and a lot of shit's been going down, so it's not been that great. But I'm trying the best I can to keep active and so I can upload and all that kind of stuff. So today I'm going to teach you about getting members in your crew. This video I hope will help you find out some ways to do this. I've been trying to observe kind of things and I look on YouTube and I can't really find much videos about getting your own crew members and all that. It seems to be more for heists. So I might try to make one as much as I can and help you out. So I hope you all enjoy. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you all later. Now, starting a crew can be hard, but if you have some friends, that might be easy. But first of all, I'm just going to discuss something. So, a crew is like basically a clan, so-called in GTA. It's more of a fact that it's to find more members, to make more friends, and just to be a big group together. So, it really depends on how you act upon it. It could depend how much effort you put into it, could depend how mature you're about it. So, it really depends on what you want to do. So when you start a crew, you want a nice motto, they say, you want a nice logo, you want something to like attract people. People might see this and they might go, oh, I might want to join this crew. Now, for like starting low, I don't know if that will exactly work for you, but you can at least try. If you invite them, at least you might see a bunch of people joining, who knows, but make something attractive for your crew and yeah, you might rise up. I have had an attractive logo before. I'm not good at that stuff, but I have had people do it for me and it's really good. As you see, I'm with my crew, but if you make those kind of things attractive, it will make others join in. It depends what your motto says. Like ours is about helping you protect your selling, basically, when you need to sell stuff, and also like basically like the fight as well. And it attracts people because they want money and all that. So that's how I get people in. Now, before we start anything, that was just more of a brief. First thing is collect low levels. So you might be a high level starting the crew. You honestly, this is how I started mine. You can probably see where I'm pressing down on the D-pad for PS4 that I have heaps of low levels. Low levels, if you collect them and you say, well, you want to join my crew or you decide to help them out, it might be better off if you do that, because if you help them, it looks much more easier for you, because you ask them, oh, you want to join my crew, and they might be, oh yeah, because you've helped me and all that. What I did is I helped a bunch of low levels gather some money. Like I did a bunch of heists with them each time, and my crew is at 20 members now. It's not much, but it took a while to get there. So honestly, I think you should get low levels. If you help them make money, or you help them at all defending themselves, and you make sure that they're all right and they're all good, you can offer them to join the crew like I have once, and they might, if they say yes, you just teach them the way of, well, joining the crew. Some of them might not know, so you might have to go through the process with that, so it'll be much more easier if you know how to tell them how to get in the crew. Collecting levels can help because, like, the fact that you can build their level up with them being low level on your side, so it could be much more easier. It just really depends on the situation. It depends on the low level as well, because I usually ask the low levels, are you new to GTA? And some of them might say no. They might say that they have a second account, so just watch out. You can ask some levels if they're low levels, they're all new to GTA, which is much more easier, and they say yes, just offer them something and say, talk about your crew, something like that, and they'll come in. And that's how I got about like 10 to 5 members in my crew in about a week, and that's helped out. So this meeting right here is actually pretty early. I've got all the outfits changed, most things have changed. I'm sort of a military crew, but I'm new to that kind of stuff. But as I was saying, like I said, most people were low levels before I met them, and I helped them build their way up with all the other crew members, so it can make life much, much, much more easier. So as I said, collect low levels as sort of starting a crew. Second tip. So once you've done most of that, you've got a couple of members in, you want to start a social media page, whether that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, anything, even PSN communities if you want to. You want to start a social media page and start saying you're recruiting. get people attractive, make an attractive bio, anything you want. I have a social media page, and that's how I got a lot of members as well. They asked to join. If you make a social media page, it can very help you, okay? That didn't make sense at all, but that's alright. So, literally, yeah, that can help you so much. And if you make a social media page, it really depends on your crew. So you need to say what your crew is about, what you want to achieve, and how you're gonna do it. That's how I do it, basically. And yeah, so on the social media page, you just keep posting images with your crew and all that. That's once you have a little bit of members. It can make a lot of sense. It just honestly depends on how you act upon it. Okay, so. I use Instagram, most of the things. Usually you can use hashtags and all that to get people attracted. Just do crew recruitment, what kind of crew your thing is, and it gets people attracted. I've had 10 to 15 people message me over Instagram basically because they're looking for a crew, and once I get them in, I go through a couple of stages with them, and then they just get into the crew. Having a social media page can have a big advantage for you. It just could widespread your crew. I have had other crew members make a social page about it, and then it spreads and then I tell you more crews, they say message me because it's on the leader, of course. It just spreads around really spreads like fire. And yeah, you just get more crew members. Now, like I said, mine's at 20, not heaps, but that's a decent amount of members than I used to have. I started off just with one member, and until I found out that there could be other ways of getting crew members, I started using those tactics. So this is what I'm saying from my experience. So it can really depend. Name yourself in your social media page, make an account, do what you want, and then just start posting stuff and constantly posting stuff. And ask people to help you out, of course. You gotta ask your crew support, and yeah, just help it out, honestly. And social media pages, well, I don't say they always give you the best advantage, but they can give you an advantage. It really depends on the following you have as well. If you just kept doing hashtags and getting other people to shout you out, it might work, but you have to learn to work for yourself as well. That's one thing I had to learn. So it really depends on the situation you're doing with the social media. My advice, probably use Instagram and Twitter, since those are the main two things I can find people, or use communities, of course, but it really depends on what you want to use. So like I said, social media pages will get you somewhere in your crew. So, yeah. So next tip is that you really want to put effort into it. If you actually want members to join and you want to get a successful crew going, literally put some effort into it. Get your logo going, like I was saying at the start, get your logo going, a good motto, and do a brief explanation about your crew. You literally need to know what your crew is going to be about. So whether that's a military crew, could be a try-hard crew, could be a gang crew, could be a role-play crew, could be a police crew, whatever you want. You need to know which one you want to do. It's up to you on what you want your crew to be. But you got to figure out how you're going to attract those people to your crew. You got to explain to them what your crew is about. You got to explain to the others, what your aim is. My aim is to help people sell and get money and help protection, but that's not always the case. It might be I'm just here to have some fun. It just really depends. Now, for other crews like that, once people get in, you sort of want them to actually feel like they're a part of something. You want to have the ranking system going. I know I start from mercs to privates to fully qualified soldiers and stuff like that. And then you've got the actual crew ranks, which is representative. Starts off muscle, representative, lieutenants, and commissioners. You want them to sort of rank up in time that you actually appreciate them in the crew, which has helped my crew members stay in. And doing that, you can literally build up a crew, since they could invite their friends, but make sure they ask you first. You might not want them in, but you want them to at least to meet you first, the crew leader. You want them to at least to meet you first. It'll be much more easier if that's so. And basically, if you do that, it will attract members. This has helped. building up like a crew rank kind of thing, you need to show if they're loyal, they're always like respectful, they always obey the rules. Make sure you have fair rules as well. But if you have all that kind of stuff, it can make a lot of stuff help out for you. Like I have had things like crews. So what you want to do is, I have crews, right? So you go up in rank up in the crew, and I promoted 2 commissioners yesterday basically, and they're commissioners now, second in command, and then you could promote a couple other people to lieutenants and representatives. You need to show them that they actually mean something to the crew basically, and you want them to feel a part of it. If they feel like that, they feel more active to come on, and this is what I've realised, they feel more better to come on, and they've helped me invite members to get more members. And now we're still building up. I've got more recruits coming in, and it really helps. Well, with your logo, it can be attractive. It really depends what you make it look like. Your logo's not everything, but see that thing on the bottom floor? That's our logo. It's not the best, but it's just a brief logo, and I'm probably changing it soon, of course. But you can't always, do that. It really depends on how you act upon it. You want to put some effort in if you want to get some members. It honestly depends on how you do it. If you watch the rest and had a look on how I got members, I reckon low level is the best tip, and just teach them about everything. And I think the most common crews that are out there, I reckon tryhards, and no offense, it's funny as watching tryhards play, and they're freaking seriously good. You might be a crew like that, or gang crew. I've seen those before. They can be large, or you can have something called a family crew. I've sort of seen this. Basically, it's like a roleplay thing where you make your own family. Just that's how it is. Police crew, of course. Yep, you can have all your police borders and all that. I've seen that before. I think the most common crew I've seen is probably a tryhard crew, but it depends. So like I said, you got to spread out on how you want to make your crew. So let's just give an example here. Alright, let's say we did a gang one. I called it, let's use an example, ballers, alright? Let's just say I use that. I want to explain what our thing is about, so it'd be like a roleplay kind of crew. Could be some money making, helping with gangs and all that. Then you sort of want to make a nice logo for your colour. And crew colour as well can be a good thing as well, so it might make it purple. And then, once you do that, you just can go collect logos and say, oh, hello, this is my gang crew, if you want to join up. Then I go, oh yeah, sure, love to join, would love to be a part of it. Boom, you got your first member in. You got to invite them, teach them how to get in, they're in. And then you start friending them, get a group chat going, and then once you've done that, you might go, oh, we should start moving to social media. Start your social media page, you'll be all good. You go to the social media page, you say, this is the ballers. It could be something else, and then you just explain how everything works. You might get a couple new DMs saying, oh, can I join your crew? Or hey, I'm looking for a crew, can I join this one? And you just tell them, yeah, and just you sort of want them to meet you. So yeah, it could be very simple in making a crew and getting members. It just depends on how much effort you want to put onto it. But so I hope this has helped and teach you some ways of getting members. It really depends, like I said. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this helped. So good luck on getting your crew up, and I'm Genuine, and I will see you all later. Have a good day.